microphone on? Can y'all hear me? Y'all let me know if you can hear me or not. If you can't hear me, I'll yell. How's that? Does it make you kind of nervous to use this mic?
No.
Hey, somebody's here. Hey, can you hear us? Hello. Sometimes when I use this thing, they can't hear. It makes me nervous. All right, well, let's talk about our deals. I think Abby's trying to talk. Oh, good. Hey, Christy, you can hear me.
Perfect.
Okay. Woohoo! Hey, y'all. Okay, great. So let's talk about our deals. I asked a question on Sunday, I think. I said, how would you like to add $300 to your monthly income? And I asked $300 for a reason, because whenever you buy a house with lease option, it's my own personal goal that every time you buy a house, you increase your monthly income by $300. Okay? And we talked on the webinar, Sherry did 3 deals and increased her monthly income by $20,000. Okay? Now that's my goal for everybody, but everybody isn't going to be able to do that. What I want you to be able to do is get in a rhythm where every time you buy a house, you add $300, maybe $500, maybe $1,000. Okay? I think most people, I know even today, I'd like to add $20,000 a month to my income. But I would really be happy if I could systematically, strategically put a process in place where I was adding, it's easy to deduct, okay? But I want to add $300 every single day to my income. And the way I do that is I buy houses, all right? And usually when I buy these houses and I find a tenant buyer to go in it, I add that $300 per month, but I also get a non-refundable option fee when they move in of $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000, which makes that month really awesome, okay? But putting that to the side, even if you didn't do a $5,000 or $10,000 option fee, if you could add $300 a month to your household income without having to go to work for it, it would take you 3.5 months to pay for first deal done fast. Is my math right? If you add $300 a month, 3 months and a week.
Yeah, 3 1/3.
So you would only have to do one little bitty baby deal and not get an option fee to pay for first deal done fast. $300 may not change your life, but one of my first deals was for $250 a month, and that $250 did change my life. It changed my life because I knew after I did it that one time, I could do it over and over and over again. And now I've got 19 houses. Some of them I get $300 a month. Some of them I get $500 a month. Some of them I get $1,000 a month. But all of those pay me every single month. My land still pays me $250 a month plus the $500 now. So I get $750 a month off the land, off my initial $250 a month. All right. So I want you to do first deal done fast because I want you to get your first deal done fast so that you can increase your monthly income by $300 this month. And then next month, I want you to go do another deal fast. And I want you to increase your income again by another $300. And then on the third month, I want you to do another one. And I want you to increase again. So I want you having an extra $900 coming in every month in the next 3 months. And you can totally do that. You can totally do that. All right? I know you can do that. an extra $300 a month. You do 3 of those, you're getting $900 in every single month that you don't have to go to work for. Agents, that would be amazing for you because agents go through long periods, or sometimes it just seems like a really long period in between closings. And knowing that you had that $300, $600, $900 coming in every month would cushion in between your closings. It would cushion it. All right. Even if you have a dual income house, if y'all bring in $2,500 each every single month, now you're going to be bringing in $6,000. And in 6 months, you've almost replaced one of your incomes. I think this is like, I mean, the math, even when you do the very small math, it's amazing to me. So, was it last week we sold Hillside?
Yes.
So last Monday, we sold one little crack house, one little ugly house, a little sad house that I'd actually put money in to buy. I bought it for $7,000 and we sold it on a lease option for $20,000. And I increased our income, our monthly income, by $400. They pay $400 every single month to live in that house, and they are fixing it. I had a special little stipulation in the contract that said they are going to fix it. Not me. I ain't touching it. I didn't even want to go in over there.
It doesn't have any power. I mean, for real, the power cannot be turned on until the electrical gets redone. Seriously.
I ain't touching it. You fix it. And when they get done with it, they fix it, it's going to be a $40,000 house?
Oh, no, that'll be more than that. Those little houses.
So they're going to have money invested in it, but they're going to get a lot more. All right? And I tripled my money. And if not, I'll find somebody else to do it again.
And I hear people all the time say, no way, no way. So let me tell you about this, okay? The couple that bought it, they're married, but they've been living with family, okay? And we all love our family, right? But you ever go to Thanksgiving, and after about 3 or 4 hours, you're driving home, and you're like, man, it sure was good to see everybody, but holy crap, I wouldn't want to do that every day.
Bye,
y'all. So, I mean, think about, and a lot of people say, well, it wouldn't bother me. I'd love to live with family and stuff like that. And that may be the case, but, it was to the point where they, were ready to move on. And they didn't want to do anything else. They said, we've rented in the past and we felt like we're not paying equity, so we're just throwing our money away. And when we told them that the electrical needed to be redone, they said, no problem.
No big deal.
Okay? We've got an uncle that's an electrician who's already said that he'll help us. All right?
And he'll pull the permits, and he'll get all the real stuff, and he'll order it at wholesale price, and we'll have the electric on in another couple weeks. We'll just camp until then. I wouldn't do that.
No.
Don't you dare put me in a house with no electricity. Don't you put me in a tent. I don't want to be anywhere with no electricity, no Wi-Fi. There's no running water in this house. None.
Well, they've turned the water on now. It's on now.
They got a hose. There's no water heater because guess what? No electricity.
It is cold water.
Don't you dare put me in a situation like that. And them's fighting words. But these people wanted it. It was their dream. They got crappy credit. They're great people. They will probably buy the house. Great. Congratulations. Go take it. I don't care. I'm making a lot of money on that. So please fix it. Live there forever.
And the outside had been redone about 7 years ago. To be honest with you, outside, other than really needing some new windows, which, $1,800 or so? Not too bad. So these people are probably going to put by the time it's all said and done, $10,000 to $12,000 into it, and they'll have a $55,000-$60,000 house. So
they got a good deal.
They will have built equity through sweat equity, right?
They got a great deal.
So good deal. It's what we talk about, one of those win-wins, right?
Win-win-win. My seller was going to lose this house to a tax sale, so he was going to get no money. He ended up getting like $3,000. The taxes got paid. I got a house. My tenant buyer got a good deal. Everybody was happy. Win, win, win.
And this is one of those things, guys, that I want you to always consider here, because we learned a lesson on this one, and this is something I hadn't thought about before. When we first started advertising this house for sale, somebody contacted us, and the guy basically said, basically told Whitney she was a greedy bitch. I mean, that he didn't say it in those words, but that was basically kind of what he said. He goes, "You bought this house for $3,000.
No, $5,500.
No.
Is what the record says.
I thought it was less than that.
That's what my seller collected, was $3,000.
But then you had to pay the taxes and stuff on it,
yeah,
right?
and I paid the closing costs.
So what the record showed was the $3,000.
$5,500.
Sure. But anyway, a guy was, when you look at the records and what it was sold for, it doesn't always indicate what that person has in the property, right? And that's something to always keep in mind. And you may have people that are going to point fingers at you. They're going to call you names and stuff, and that's okay, right? I mean, the best thing to that is, I laugh. I actually think it's funny. And I'll tell you this, if you want to really piss somebody off, laugh in their face. Next time somebody flips you off in traffic, look over and start laughing.
That's not what you told people in negotiating like a pro.
Next time you're in traffic and somebody flips you off, look over and start laughing. I guarantee you they'll be about ready to rip the steering wheel off. People do not like to be laughed at. So try that. I love it.
Speaking from the redheaded experience over here.
It is hilarious.
When you put your foot on that, they bounce.
But anyway, all right. So we promised people you would tell them about your house.
The deal I did yesterday.
Yeah. So we need to get to that.
So that was last week. We added $400 to the monthly income. Then yesterday, I had another, and I call these houses crack houses because when you're standing inside of them, you can look out through the cracks in the wall, through the cracks in the floor, through the cracks in the ceiling.
Foundation.
They're cracked. It's like an egg. It's cracked. Okay? And I started buying these crack houses when I got to Georgia just because I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be something different. And I hate these things. So I don't teach you how to buy crack houses because, there's some money in it. There's some fun money in it. There's some, monthly income money in it. But the real money is in the pretty houses. It's in the happy houses. So that's what I teach. I don't teach that.
Hold on. We talked on the webinar about AN and how he got a house for free. You did 3 deals and ended up with 2 free houses. So hold on. How, when you say there's money in them, there's money, right? There's real money.
You think we should add a bonus for the sad houses now?
Well, I'm just saying that, sometimes, you actually upped AN a little bit. You got 2 houses for free because you made enough off the first one to pay for these other 2.
Okay, so I've got 3 little sad houses, and Jason's right. The first one I gave $3,000 for it, but the people gave me $5,000 to move in, so I had $2,000 left over, and they started paying me $300 a month. So I bought the second one with the $2,000 that they gave me, and with their first month's rent. So I had $200 in the second crack house that I bought. And yesterday, I sold it for $200 a month.
And y'all, there were people in the Rockstar group and stuff talking about, hey, bonfire material, blah blah blah. Absolutely, and I'm gonna tell you this, guys, the picture is a good picture.
It's a really good picture of it.
It looks a lot worse in person than it does in that picture. I promise you. It's one of those.
So I have $200 in this house. I gave $2,500 for it, but I used $2,000 and 1 month's rent from the first house, so $2,300. I put $200 to it. I have $2,500 in this house. I sold it to this guy yesterday for $10,000 at $200 a month. And I put a stipulation in it because you've seen the picture of it. It's the gray house. It is ugly. It is super ugly. I sold it to him $200 a month until he pays me $10,000 or 4 years, and then he has a little balloon payment. I put a lease option on it. I did not owner finance him the house, because if I owner finance it, title transfer his name, I'm not giving him title, okay? And I wrote a special little stipulation in there again, because this is another house that has no electricity. It has no running water. It doesn't even have a front door, okay? This dude is camping, and he is thrilled because nobody in his family has ever owned their own house. And he's got buddies that live in the neighborhood. He's got buddies that can work on cars. He's got buddies that can do plumbing. He's got buddies that are going to come redo the roof for him. He is ecstatic. I have $2,500 in it. He's going to pay me $200 a month until he gives me 10 grand. And if he pays $200 a month for a year and then leaves, how much is that? 200 times 12?
24.
2,400. If he stays, if he pays me $200 for a year, I am way more than covered on my money. And this second house, I never planned on selling. It is in such bad shape, I never thought anybody would buy it from me. And this guy yesterday said, hey, I'll take it. I'd love it.
As a matter of fact, what we talked about doing, a lot of y'all know that, we'd use a lot of handwritten bandit signs, but occasionally Whitney will put up a big pink sign and, it's got all this, tired landlords, divorcees, blah, 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 all that stuff on it. We were thinking about having one drafted up that says, I bought this house. You can bet your bottom dollar I'll buy yours, right?
We're just going to use it for advertising.
We're just going to use it for advertising, just to kind of see what happens. We told you, for those of you that were on our webinar and stuff, we like to experiment, right? We like to do a lot of different things.
Well,
see what
and that's
works
how
and
I
what
got
doesn't.
these houses too, is I wanted to experiment with them before I started teaching it. And one thing, like Jason said, so the first person, I bought that house for $3,000. I sold it to them for $12,000. They gave me $5,000 to move in. They owe me $7,000. So that one, I'm clear, all in the black on it. I did not fix it. That one had been on fire.
How did you get a lead on this house?
Oh, that's a great question. I was wearing my button, hanging out around the house. I think I was unpacking, wasn't I?
Probably.
And the yard boy came over. The guy that mows the yard. Not Jason, he doesn't mow. And he was like, hey, see your button says you buy houses. And I was like, yeah, do you know anybody that's got one they want to get rid of? He was like, well, I've got 13 houses. And I was like, you're about to have less. I said, you got any that are empty? You got any you'd like to get rid of? He said, yeah, I got these too. And he gave me the address, and I went and made him an offer, and I ended up buying them. Because somebody else gave me the money to buy both of these. The third house I got, the second one, the gray one, the one that I sold yesterday, I put a boosted Facebook post up that said, hey, I'm looking to buy more like this. And somebody that I don't know on Facebook, I spent $15. I didn't put a bandit sign out. I didn't do any of that stuff. I spent $15 on a boosted Facebook post. And somebody called and said, hey, yeah, I got this one. It's going to the tax sale unless you can buy it before then. They originally wanted $10,000 for it. And I originally agreed to it because I thought I was going to have 45 days and I was going to sell it off to somebody else in the meantime. They came back and said, that won't work. We need to close next week. And I said, well, I can only give you 5. Cut it in half for a fast close. And they took it. 55 is what they took. And then I sold it for 20.
What do we talk about in negotiating like a pro?
They needed me worse than I needed them.
That's absolutely right.
And there's people out there, okay? And I hate using these little dinky numbers as an example, but I also want to show you how, guys, I got, like Jason said, I've got 3 houses that are almost free and clear. By the end of the year, they will all be free and clear, and they're going to bring me $300, $400, and $200 every single month. 3 houses. $900 a month. I'm collecting $900 a month. Free and clear. That means I can buy First Deal Done Fast every single month. And just do more and more and more deals. It doesn't have to be complicated. And I want you to think about it in little chunks, okay? If you want $20,000 months, Sherry is doing that. You can absolutely you can buy houses with lease options and put them on a vacation rental program and make $20,000 a month. You can absolutely do that. Sherry is doing that.
So good question. Somebody asked me that the other day on the VRBO, and they were asking me about, well, in that case, do you still get paid 3 ways? No, because you're not having a option tenant buyer come give you a non-refundable option fee. You're not getting that, But I'm gonna tell you right now, on 3 houses, if I'm getting $20,000 a month, I don't care about a non-refundable option fee. It doesn't matter. It really, really, really doesn't matter.
Because the monthly is so much better.
But that was a good. I don't remember if it was Andrew or who. Anyway, somebody sent me a message and said, hey, I was on the webinar and I saw, it looks like Sherry's killing it, but, I did want to add. And so I did respond back, and I wanted to let everybody else know in case you did see it and looked at some of the examples or whatever. Yeah, on her VRBO stuff, she is not getting an option fee up front, but she's killing it because it's in a high traffic rental area.
So right? The way we get 3 paydays is we get that non-refundable option fee up front. We get monthly cash flow anywhere from $300 a month to $20,000 a month. And we get a back-end payday. So we're going to buy it for $100 and we're going to sell it for $120. So there's going to be a difference of, $20,000 when they go get a mortgage. That's how we get paid 3 different ways. We get the non-refundable option fee, we get monthly income, and we get a back-end payday when they go get their mortgage. On the vacation rental program, you don't get the non-refundable option fee because you're not putting a tenant buyer in it, and you're not selling it to a tenant buyer, so you don't get that back-end payday. But I'm telling you right now, do you want $300 plus an option and a possible back-end, or do you want $20,000 a month?
So Sherry, now not Sherry, the VRBO Sherry. We got another Sherry, and she's asking here, is VRBO taught in the First Deal Done Fast course? We don't specifically focus on VRBOs, but Sherry Williams used all these to buy her VRBOs, and basically you just don't complete the entire process. You still use the methods to generate the leads.
Yes.
You still buy them on a lease option,
yes,
or whatever the case may be. Yes. The only difference is at that point in time, you don't take the 3rd step. You don't go to secret number 3 and have to find a tenant buyer. You just put them then yourself into a VRBO program, either managing it yourself or having someone else manage it.
It's my turn to talk. In the group coaching program, Tyler Sheff is in there, and I have 5 other coaches in my group coaching program. So if you're interested in vacation rentals by owner or VRBO or Airbnb properties, you can buy it on a lease option. Use my strategies to buy it on a lease option, and then I'll see if I can get Tyler to do an hour with me on properly staging and pricing to put it on Airbnb or VRBO. We can make that a bonus for First Deal Done Fast. We're going to have so many bonuses in this thing. It's going to be its own course. So Tyler, the Sad House bonus, and Philip. Okay. Also, another bonus that I'm working on this week is...
Hold on. You've used a little bit of terminology here, okay? So what do you mean by a happy house versus a sad house?
Okay. So a lot of times people talk about pretty houses and ugly houses. I'm going to start calling them happy houses and sad houses. There's a cease and desist order running around the coaching industry The people that have trademarked ugly houses and the people that have trademarked pretty houses are sending out cease and desist orders that we can no longer use those as general terms. So I'm going with happy houses and sad houses.
Well, they better be careful, because actually if it becomes a general enough term, they lose their
trademark
right to it. But whatever.
Clean it.
I like happy and sad better.
They're happy houses and sad houses. You drive by them and they look happy. They look like they could be just a little bit happier. Or you drive by and they just look so sad.
I need some TLC.
I need you. Yeah, really, that's going on. So I'm going happy and sad houses. I claim it before you see any other coaches claiming that. Happy and sad houses. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay, so I'm going to add a bonus to talk with Tyler. We'll get about an hour out of Tyler to talk about pricing and to talk about staging an Airbnb and a VRBO and all that stuff. May even dip in and talk to Sherry and see, what she knows and add that as a bonus. I'll put a bonus in, like a case study on my 3 sad houses. Oh, I had 4. I've got the outhouse house. That was a sad house.
Ooh, yeah.
So I got 4 sad houses. That one brings me $500 a month and it's already free and clear. So now I've got $1,400 a month coming in. 4 deals bring me $1,400 a month. Plus I got $10,000 in option fees. The 2 without electricity, I didn't get any big, I'll tell you honestly, I didn't get any big option fees on those because they don't have electricity. I would rather people kept that $5,000 and put electricity in the house. Call me crazy. He does it all the time, at least twice a day. And I'm going to go with Philip. Philip is my friend in Texas, and he does lease options in Texas. So he's going to do an hour with us so that we have a bonus in First Deal Done Fast on how to do sandwich lease options in Texas. Oh, and did I tell you? I'm going to be on a podcast, surprise, surprise, with Mitch Stevens, and he's got like 1,500 lease options in San Antonio. Look at me. Look at me. I'm so excited, but that's not coming up until the end of September, maybe even October. So I'll get with Philip and see how we do lease options, sandwich lease options in Texas. I'll do a case study on my 4 sad houses and how you can make money in sad houses, because I am making pretty good money in the sad houses. Okay, so the first one I sold for $12,000. I had 3 in it. That's a $9,000 profit. The second one I have maybe $500 in. I sold it for $10,000, so there's a $9,000 profit. There's $18,000 there. And the second one I've got $7,000 in. I sold it for $20,000. That's $13,000. So what's 18 and 13?
31.
21. And then the one up in Tennessee, I sold it
31.
for $50,000 the second time. So that takes us up to $80,000 that we have $10,000 invested in.
And $1,400 a month.
There's some pretty good money in sad houses, okay? I think we've got a total right now of $10,000 invested in 4 sad houses because the Tennessee one's already free and clear. We're on our second tenant buyer on it. And we're looking at least an $80,000 profit. So would you invest $10,000 and get $80,000 back? Anybody? Bueller? Because I can teach you how to do that in First Deal Done Fast. When you get in First Deal Done Fast, you've seen the rock stars in there talking about, holy crap, there's a lot of stuff in here. Holy crap, this is a lot better than it used to be. Yes, it is. And there's a workbook to go with it.
Yay!
Yeah! All right, so if you can add $300 a month out of one deal, it's going to take you 3 months to get your investment back out of First Deal Done Fast. If you get an option fee, if you get a dinky little $5,000 option fee on the first house and you do that within 12 weeks, you made $4,000 on your investment, and now you've got all of my knowledge that you can go and access forever and ever. Amen. I really don't know what else you could ask for except to be you.
You talking about in terms of knowledge?
No, I'm talking about in terms of being able to crack into my brain all the time.
Oh.
You lucky duck, you.
I feel lucky every day.
Isn't it cute? You okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
All right. So, first deal done fast. If you go to whitneynicely.com/go, it's $9.97. First deal done fast. There's 9 modules. There's a bonus section. Do you want to tell them about the bonuses? You were talking about this earlier. If you bought off the webinar, there's 3 bonuses there.
4.
No matter if you buy off the webinar or if you just go to whitneynicely.com/go and get it there, there's 2 pages of bonuses that we give you in First Deal Done Fast, and then we just added 3 more.
Well, we had a list of about 9 that we didn't even talk about.
Well, that's this list. It's how to build a team. So talking to attorneys, insurance agents, accountants, inspectors, appraisers, mortgage brokers. It's the honey hole exercise so that you know where to buy and how to buy. No, that just tells you where to find your honey hole. We talk about probate leads and, how to deal with dead people. I've got the perfect one-liner in the bonuses. Oh, I've got an agent bonus. Listen, if you're an agent, you've got to have this bonus right here. It's the agent bonus, okay? And it is dealing with expired listings and doing cold calls. It's the add-on to the one-liner, the agency one-liner. And the personal interest and disclosure, because when you're an agent, when you buy and when you sell, when you do lease options and when you sell on lease options, everybody has to know. You disclose, and then you disclose. Okay? Don't hide that. I give you the contract you need so that you're covered. Everybody knows I'm an agent. Okay? I'm a broker. I'm trying to make money here. Sign that paper that says I'm an agent and I'm trying to make money.
So you're telling them how you find the honey hole, right?
No, this is how they can do it. This is an example of how I found my honey hole, yes, but I've got a whole worksheet that goes around how they can pinpoint where they want to be investing.
Do you think there's any analytical geeks out there like me?
I don't know, but you'll have to do that part of it because I don't.
Is there anybody out there that's an analytics geek? Okay, I love spreadsheets. I love numbers. I'll sit there all day. I'll tell you how big of an analytics geek I was. Mm-hmm. When the election was happening this year,
oh my gosh,
I was getting so frustrated with the numbers that were coming in. And if you looked at one channel, it showed one thing. And if you looked at another channel, it showed another thing. And, then they were saying, well, it's getting really close or whatever. So I actually went and found 4 different websites that were giving you real-time data from all the different Secretary of States and voting polls and all that stuff. So I actually created my own spreadsheets, and I was downloading real-time data, and I was coming up. So I already knew the results about 52 minutes or so before.
That you're smarter than the news channels.
Everybody, pretty much everybody just walking around is smarter than most, stuff. I mean, who the hell?
Let's keep talking about
anyway.
The bonuses.
I love numbers, okay, and I have a much different approach for finding where I want to invest.
Oh, that's true.
And how I do it. Whitney doesn't use my system because she's never really had to. She uses what works for her. But I use something that is a mathematical certainty to tell me exactly where I need to invest. So if there's anybody out there that's an analytics geek and you want to get into the numbers and that's something that you would be interested in, maybe we add that in as well. I'd love to talk about that. It's actually my favorite.
I'm adding Jason's
and I think it's
honey hole exercise bonus right now.
Well, somebody's got to tell me they want it before.
Anybody want it? So. I know somebody does. Anyway. Alex is out there. He's analytical too. Anybody want Jason's version? He goes into talking about like where jobs are and where they're adding roads and how to go to the meetings. And Christy's already in and she wants it.
There we go.
Absolutely.
All right. Now I've got the right motivation. If there's one, at least if there's one person that'll listen, I'm good. That's all I need. I just need one.
I need somebody else to listen to him.
It's like doing your deal, right? You just need to get that one. You just need one. You just need one. That's it. So,
okay, finishing up the agency bonus. I also have a video. I don't really have a worksheet on this, but I've got a video that talks about broker negotiation. If you're having a little bit of a hard time with your broker and making sure that they're going to be okay with you investing, even if you don't invest weird. I got you, baby. And then I've got a section, what would Whitney do? Get the contract signed, let it go, or get the contract signed. And then Jason still has to do what would Jason do, which would also be get the contract signed. We've got a soft staging kit. So if you're not really aware, a staging kit is where professional stager comes in and throws all sorts of nice stuff in the house. I teach a soft staging kit, which you can carry in like a laundry basket and decorate the house. It's not as good as a soft staging kit, but it's just got to be good enough to make a woman imagine herself in there. All right. It's got to be homey enough that a lady could say, I like this. I would not decorate it like this, but I like this. Okay. That's a soft staging kit. And I give you a shopping list. So I'm going to tell you to go shopping. I've got the different types of real estate investors. And this is also where I talk about the real estate pyramid. Because there is a hierarchy to real estate. This is going under the contractor ruler. How to find contractors, how to choose the best one, and estimating repairs. We need to move that up to the contractor ruler. Then we got tools and templates. That's all the scripts. There's a lot of these scripts in this workbook down here. But then we got rebuttals. And we talk about how to make a flyer that'll make the house sell. Your countertop sales force. Man. Whew. All of that for only $9.97. It's like a no-brainer. It's like cracking into my brain and being able to watch it on repeat as many times as you want to. And then, if that's not enough Whitney in your life, I'll give you a workbook so you can read about it too. This is not done. This is just the sellers section. I got more to put in for buyers. And when you get this, I've got it on single-sided so that I can make notes on the other side. But if you print it in, Sherry says, where can I purchase it? WhitneyNicely.com/go. And if you're in the Rockstar group and you've been without Wi-Fi or been under a rock, if you're in the group or the one-on-one coaching, there's a special video in the group, the student group Facebook page, that'll tell you how to get first deal done fast.
And specifically speaking to the rock stars right now.
Y'all missed one hell of a meeting this morning.
That was good, but it's not nearly as exciting as what I have, okay? So remember we did an intro to apartments and we talked about the difference between multifamily and single family, and we kind of screwed up and sent the email out to everybody and we only meant to send it to the Rockstar group, so we decided to let everybody in on it. Yeah. Okay, all right. We're not going to screw up this time. Round 2 is coming, but I'm going to need everybody to put their seatbelt on because we are going to talk about ratios and formulas and all those types of things that you have to know if you're going to do that with apartments, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm working on that content now, and within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to announce when that next session is. Well,
already, though, if you're in group coaching, if you're not, First Deal Done Fast is a self-study program that you can go through as many times as you want to. And we have a student group so that you can ask questions, whatever. But we also do group coaching for the rock stars. And our one-on-one is our VIP rock stars. Okay. So it's like the A-lister rock stars, But if you're in group coaching, part of the group coaching package is, yes, you get First Deal Done Fast, but you also get bonuses on wholesaling taught by a wholesaling coach. You get bonuses on apartments taught by an apartment coach.
The guy that taught me.
The guy that taught us. Yeah, like our coach teaches y'all. And you get the other bonuses. Tyler Sheff's in there. April Crosley's in there. She does self-directed IRAs. Renee is in there. He teaches you how to flip mobile homes, not mobile home parks, but actual mobile homes. So we
not like actually turn them over, like cow tipping, but like, how to take them.
They knew we weren't tipping cows.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But those are the bonuses for getting into the group program. The other thing about the group program is we do weekly group calls. So yes, you get the static First Deal Done Fast, but you also get us for an hour every Tuesday morning teaching on a lesson. And you get 15-minute speed coaching on Thursdays. So that's just something like Janine's on here, and Janine every week, Janine and Florence are going to book 15 minutes with me, and we're just going to go through whatever they got going on just as fast as we can. And then I got somebody else coming on in 15-minute lumps. So that comes with the group coaching and a separate group, Facebook group for the rock stars. So there are some differences between First Deal Done Fast and the rock stars, mostly because the rock stars get a lot more videos, they get a lot more content, and the rock stars get everything. So if we come up and we create a new package next month on how to buy your primary house without banks and agents, the rock stars just get that for free.
All right, so Sherry just says she's got another contract in North Carolina. $50K,
Love her.
90 days, no payments, 10-year term. That's awesome. And then we might kick you out of the group now because you're getting into our turf over here.
No,
so she's got a triplex
bring it on.
and a duplex.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Get it, girl.
So
Don't stop. Get it.
Evidently, we hadn't been paying attention to our area.
We're hanging out in Georgia buying crack houses, and she's going out there making $20,000. I love it.
Hey, maybe Sherry, you might be interested in our triplex.
Yeah, I rented it today. Oh, hey, did I tell you I rented the triplex today?
Yeah, you told me at lunch.
So there's another $550 that we got coming in every month, because on a triplex, our payment is like $650.
No, it's not even that. It's 500 and something.
Our payment is 500 and something, but we have 3 people living in it, and they each pay $550 a month. So it takes one and not even half to make our payment, and then the third one pays. That's $550 in our pocket. So I think just talking about 4 houses and the triplex, so 5 of our deals, and we're bringing in almost $2,000 a month. Y'all ready to make some money?
Love my triplex. It's awesome.
Y'all ready to make some money? Nobody is ready to make some money.
And get this, people talk about the cash offers and everything. We made 3 offers on this triplex like we do with everything else, and they took the cash offer. The wife wanted to do the terms, but the husband, was one of those, somebody down the line had gotten burned on a lease option, one of those, it sounded like a little made up story.
People get burned on them when they don't know what they're doing.
It didn't sound to me like it was a big deal, or the circumstances didn't all add up. But anyway, so they took the cash offer, and still a really good deal for us, right?
If you're ready to make some money and quit listening to us just talk about it, get First Deal Done Fast. Go through those videos. Christy joined last week. She's gone through all the videos. I have to keep updating her when we add new ones in. She got a little secret that I'm not telling everybody about, but she has been studying her tail off, and I'm looking for her to start coming up on Sherry like, ooh, coming after you. They're going to be neck and neck to see who's making more money off these deals. I love it.
And somebody asked a question the other day, and did we cover this on the webinar? I don't know if we covered this or not. Know. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, why would you share your secrets? Why?
Oh my gosh, because I can't buy them all.
If you know something that somebody else doesn't know, why would you be willing to share that information? And especially, why would you do it for $1,000? They said, I don't understand. And that same person then, ask about the webinar, and they said, well, holy crap, the webinar had enough information. I might be able to do this on my own. I said, well, we told you that.
Go for it.
If you wanted to do that. But anyway, why would you sell all the stuff, for $1,000? And here's the thing, guys. I can't buy them all.
I can't buy all these houses.
We couldn't build an army of people to buy them all.
We're trying to build an army of people to buy them all, actually.
I mean, it's absolutely insane.
There's so many possibilities out there in the world that we, the two of us, if we worked 30 hours a day, we couldn't get to all of them.
In our area alone of Knoxville, before we actually started teaching in a formal program, how many people did we help? How many people did we have lunch with and explain to them what we're doing? And then follow up with emails and text messages and all that kind of stuff. I can't tell you off the top of our head, right? And we still go to Knoxville. We still have people call. We don't have any signs up or anything right now in Knoxville, do we? I don't think. And we still have people that call almost daily, that still have our number, or somebody said, hey.
They kept our yellow letter.
Or they just know word of mouth, call Whitney.
Whitney buys houses.
Things like that. So you'll kind of know that you've made it in terms of making yourself known when you go places and people see your button. And they're like, oh, my gosh, you're the Whitney girl that was either, on the radio. I heard your radio show.
Or Cracker Barrel. Somebody had a Whitney Buys Houses shirt.
Or,
and then
oh, my gosh, the lady that works, that goes to my church, you bought her house. And, this, that. So,
I had a lady, I was wearing a pink Whitney Buys Houses shirt, and I was at the Wendy's drive-thru, and she was like, you just bought the house next door to me. And I was like, huh? Who are you? She was like, oh, my God, how do I get an application? I'd love to buy that. I'm at the Wendy's drive-thru, just doing my thing, eating my burgers. I hope the trainer's not on here listening to me say that. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. All right, so we've been jabbering long enough. I've got some leads that came in for those of you that are in First Deal Done Fast. I use the, what is it? The IFTF?
IFTTT.
Yeah, IFTTT. I can't ever remember the acronym. I use the IFTTT. So I've got some Craigslist stuff I've got to go follow up on.
Y'all need First Deal Done Fast. $9.97 through the 30th. I'm putting it down right now. We're closing it on the 30th. This is not just going to be open call forever and ever, amen. This is from today is the 22nd, 8 days. You got until the 30th to get in. First Deal Done Fast. If you want it, WhitneyNicely.com/go. There's all of these pages. I don't know how many of these pages are, but these are the videos and the worksheets and everything that is going into First Deal Done Fast, all laid out. And we are working as hard as we can on getting these videos into the computer there. And getting, see these dark ones, those are worksheets. So getting the worksheets where they go. And then we're also working on this workbook. Remember, somebody asked earlier this month when I was going to write a book on lease options. And I said December. I think I did it. I think I already did it. So, WhitneyNicely.com/go get First Deal Done Fast. It is closing. Not going to be available on the 30th of this month. So get in. Don't procrastinate. First Deal Done Fast. WhitneyNicely.com/go. You're welcome. So amazing. We have fun in here. Get out there. Let's see your deals. Let's go. Let's get rich, y'all. Anybody have any questions? Sherry says, don't wait. Worth every dime. Yeah, I'm going to send out the workbook. For the people that bought last week, I'm going to send the workbook out for sure. And since it's not done, I guess whoever gets in before I get it done, I'll have to send it to you for free too.
Hey, Sherry, the one you bought today, is that going to be a vacation property as well? Or
can you talk to her later, like call her or talk to her in the Rockstar group or something? Everybody doesn't want to know y'all's business, do you?
Oh, everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to know if it's VRBO.
The one in North Carolina, she said it was VRBO.
Oh, okay. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Didn't she? Sherry, the one in North Carolina, is it VRBO? Oh, no, it's a new area for her. It's a regular lease option.
Okay.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Totally cool. Rocket girl. All right, if anybody has any questions, she's already got a buyer for it. She got it today. She's already got a buyer. You don't need a buyer's list. You just got to have a deal. All right? Y'all don't worry about the money. Y'all worry. Get up your $9.97. Get in First Deal Done Fast. We'll take care of you. We'll get you out there, increasing your income by at least $300 a month. So it'll only take 3 months to get your investment back. And hopefully you'll get $5,000 down, a $5,000 option fee, and you'll have your money plus $4,000, and you'll be my next Sherry on the next webinar.
We didn't even go to advanced buying options, did we? We didn't even talk about that.
We got to keep that in the Rockstar group.
Okay.
We got to draw the line somewhere. I mean, my gosh, they've got like 10 pages of stuff. There's 40 hours. How much more Whitney do they want? Unless they're in the group.
Okay. I was just saying it's really nice to get a property and have a way to have people fighting over it in less than 24 hours. It's great. Sorry. Didn't mean to go there.
They don't want that bonus. They've got plenty.
All right. I got you. And we've been jabbering for a while. I got to go follow up my leads.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good evening.